So, there I was, 14 years old, staring at the biggest turkey we'd ever attempted to cook for Thanksgiving, and thinking, this is definitely not going to end well. It was Thanksgiving, one of those magical times of year when everything should be perfect. My mom had been planning the feast for weeks. I could already smell the mashed potatoes and stuffing wafting through the house. There was just one problem, the turkey. This year, we decided to go all out. My mom found this recipe online that promised the juiciest turkey ever. I'm talking golden brown, fall off the bone tender, like the kind you see in those commercials where people gather around the dinner table, smiling like they're in a Hallmark movie. So, my mom and dad decided I should be the one to take charge of the turkey. I mean, how hard could it be? You put it in the oven, and then you just wait, right? Turns out, there's a little more to it. As the morning of Thanksgiving arrived, I was pumped. The turkey was huge, way bigger than anything we'd ever cooked. It looked like it could feed the entire neighborhood. My dad told me I'd need to keep an eye on it, and I took my responsibility very seriously. Of course, there was one thing I didn't account for, the oven. Our oven, bless its heart, was ancient. You know the kind where you turn it on, and it takes about 15 minutes to decide if it actually wants to start heating up? Yeah, that oven. I set the turkey in, covered it with some aluminum foil, the recipe said to do that, and went to watch the Thanksgiving Day parade in the living room. This is when the first sign of trouble began, because 30 minutes later, I started to smell something off. I figured it was just the seasoning, but the smell kept getting stronger. Not the mouth-watering aroma of roasted turkey. No, this smelled like something was burning. I ran to the kitchen, and I kid you not, I opened the oven, and smoke poured out like a chimney. I could barely see through the haze. The turkey's skin had gone from golden brown to charcoal black. I screamed for my mom. My mom came running in, and there was no mistaking it, we had an oven disaster on our hands. The turkey was almost completely blackened, and it looked like it had been through a war zone. My dad started yelling, "What happened?" as he frantically waved a towel around trying to get the smoke out of the kitchen. My mom immediately took over, taking the turkey out of the oven and setting it on the counter like it was a crime scene. I was mortified. The turkey was ruined. Thanksgiving was ruined. And it was all my fault. I was expecting a storm of disappointment to rain down, but instead, my family did something I wasn't prepared for, they laughed. My dad wiped his brow, looked at the turkey and said, "Well, at least it won't be dry." My mom, ever the optimist, added, "It's extra crispy, just like we like our fried chicken." My little brother, who was 10 at the time, piped up, "I don't know, it looks kinda like something we'd make for Halloween." The next few minutes were a blur of scrambling to salvage what was left of the meal. We decided to serve the turkey anyway, even though it looked like it had been through a fire. We threw it on the table, hoping nobody would notice. And you know what? They didn't. Everyone loved it. Sure, it was slightly crispy, okay, very crispy, but it tasted amazing. My uncle, who's known for being picky, even went back for seconds. It turns out, the recipe did live up to the hype. Maybe a little too much. But that Thanksgiving was unforgettable, and I'll never forget how my family came together, laughed it off, and made the best of a disaster. From that day on, we joke about the year the turkey almost burned the house down. It became one of those family stories we laugh about every year. Sure, it wasn't perfect, but it was memorable, just like all the best family moments. So now, every Thanksgiving, I make sure to check the oven every 10 minutes, and we still cook a turkey together. And every year, I remind myself that sometimes it's not about how things go perfectly, but how you can make the best of a situation, with your family by your side. So, what's your funniest Thanksgiving disaster? Drop it in the comments below, I want to hear all about it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more family stories that are sure to make you laugh.